My stomach is not bad.
Your stomach is rolling over?
I'm so hungry. I didn't eat yesterday. I have no food in my apartment.
I didn't eat yesterday either.
I need to go grocery shopping. I need to. Just need to get a job.
Like, I'm homeless and I'm a student.
I'm not homeless. I just don't have food.
If you don't pay
She
rent,
looks
you
all
don't have-
comfy. She looks so comfy.
My parents pay my rent.
Yeah, you
That's the
homeless.
problem.
Tired?
Yes, ma'am.
Me too. Okay, so you're gonna add those in. Make sure you transfer your dart. Make sure you transfer the center. This one between this line is a half. So mark that one. That's gonna be your grain down to that point.
So, Miss Shannon, when you're starting to design, or when you have your own clients, what do? You measure the span of their arm, or how do you do that to even determine?
Well, I take their body measurements. So I do it off their bodies. I can make their sleeve off of the bodice for them.
What measurement are you
Off of
going
that.
down the bodice? Like what?
Off the
This
sleeve.
and this?
Off the sleeve opening. You guys will learn that in advance.
Oh.
Yeah. You learn to turn. Hand me those two pieces.
Like engraving?
No, different. You'll learn to turn these over and create your sleeve from using the two openings. So you have to learn to draw, then you have to fold that up, mark it to get that top section.
Sounds like I have something I'm ready for.
You said you're not ready for it? Okay. All right, let me do this one real quick and then you guys can work. Just trace that. And then you just true everything afterwards. True all of your, if these are bumpy or whatever, fix them.
Can we do some of this on brown paper, Miss?
If you want. It's hard to fold.
I'll just do it on the white paper because this is going in our binder. Is that what this is too? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. I'm not gonna fill all that in. You guys know how to fill it in now. Let's keep these in order. Okay. So then the next one is for pleating.
Man, how many we got in the Shannon fast?
Yeah. That's quick though. That didn't take long, did it? Yeah. No, it didn't take long, guys. It didn't take that long. I'll trip her.
Start calling her one of the other teachers. She's like Miss Kathleen.
I'm rolling.
Man.
Let's get through it. Okay. So, for pleats, if we're gonna do a pleat that runs from the top to the bottom, you'll spread your fullness parallel. So I'm just gonna draw a 1-inch line there. I'm gonna take that first piece. Lay it on there. It's not hard.
I got it. YouTube.
You gonna put it on you?
Yeah, making a YouTube channel.
I'm
I'm be at home like, what core again?
I still want to upload a Corey though.
1-inch line.
Yeah, that's fine.
Using the same sleeve?
Yep. That's what I said. You're just doing it so you don't have to do it over again. And you're basically spreading this 1 inch.
Oh, now we're doing the top.
This is with pleats running all the way down.
So you'll have like an open pleat from the top to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking
Like a box, you could do a box pleat or knife pleats.
A knife pleat. What's a knife pleat?
The little fold, the small ones folded.
Oh.
The same direction.
I'm gonna learn this terminology. What the heck
And then another inch.
Shoot my head.
I'll fold these so you can see them in a minute.
This one is called
This is just a pleated. This is for a pleated sleeve. So this basically is going to have 2 pleats running right here. You guys know what I'm talking about?
I understand what you're saying.
You have 2 pleats that run right here, like that.
Strong.
Crazy. Okay, so then you would trace that out. And with this one, the only difference is you have to mark your fold and fold 2 lines. You guys know what pleats are, right?
Yeah. I've never had to sew pleats though.
Hard.
Oh, so pleats go all the way down.
They can stop if you want them to be open, and you can gather the bottom.
Like
You could
some
do all
skirts,
kinds
you
of
know?
stuff. You could design it where this is folded like a pleat at the top, and you could gather the bottom and put a band. It's just your design. You could. There's fullness, so anywhere where you can do fullness, you could do.
I forgot who it was. They did this dress. Oh my God, upstairs, and he or she, was Josh. I know it's got to be Josh. That boy raw. He is raw.
I thought his name was Joseph.
Raw. I didn't heard Josh, Joseph. I'm gonna just call
His
him
name's
Jay.
somewhere to Jay.
This is the
Jay.
that I created.
But
Joshua.
created these.
Yeah, I shaped it. You're supposed to have
Where it
words
come
like
in,
these going
and of
around.
course
Mhm.
this part is still open and
Was
flat.
it a dress?
But it's a dress.
You got you have to add the fullness when you're draping it.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see it?
Where's
Okay.
it at?
It's upstairs.
Upstairs on the 5th floor. If he's still
I'm gonna go
got
look at it.
Okay, so what you need to do for this is take another color probably and mark the ends.
You took a picture of it?
Oh, what?
Oh,
No, that's my stuff that I draped. That's
I would.
one right.
What about that last one over there?
None will fit me.
Oh, did I not get it?
Mm-mm.
Some will fit me. None will fit me.
Can you move her Betty Boop box?
I'm just marking where those pleats are.
At the bottom. Yeah, that one.
Okay. And then I'm gonna take this off and cut it out. I get everything.
He's bigger.
Joseph.
Gray line.
He's a junior.
It's really hard to get it after you take it off. Try to remember.
Julio.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay, how do you know if when the hand's supposed to go? Wait, you see how this one's going?
Because it does it for you. That's the shape it creates when you open it up.
Oh,
That's the shape it creates when you open it.
Last name? There you go.
Okay. So now I can get rid of this. Or you can keep it if you want.
Angel.
And my green came off.
oh, up there too.
No, it just came off.
No, I'm saying we have to put it up there.
Breaking.
I know it's gonna break this Julio.
All right. Fill in your seam. I'm not gonna add the seam allowance. It's a lot of extra right now. You guys add seam allowance though. Add seam allowance and not just add them. Make sure they're in there. That one disappeared.
All these tattoos. Too many stuff on your body.
People are gonna be cracking up watching these videos.
Oh, I forgot to record
They're gonna be all concentrated on their work and then get in the background like, wait, what?
You can shut up. Talk too much.
Maybe just have a silencer. The subtitles only when she talks. Instead of hearing all the
Is that just gonna be a straight line right there?
It shouldn't be.
No.
This
Okay.
curve is not that great. Okay, let's do it here. And then flip it.
Gotcha.
We're gonna break your phone.
So from there. All right, I'm not gonna add the seam allowance, but I'm gonna cut it out so I can show you.
But you are supposed to add seam allowance?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. True the bottom. Before you add your seam allowance. I'm gonna cut these all out and then I'll show you.
You look like my friend Carlos.
Not at the table, Carlos.
You don't know what your friend looks like.
Is he Mexican?
It's like my son.
Okay, so you could do several things here with the pleat. It's up to you. pattern. Alright, so I would have these notches. And how my lines move, disappeared. I could do that. And then put it in the center.
It's fun.
Okay, this one to the center. And I can make that like a little box sleeve in there.
Well, one of them went to the center and the other one
The other one
didn't.
has to go, both have to go to the center.
Oh, both have to go to the center.
So they're located in the grain line.
Say that again?
They're located in the grain line?
So both go to the center. You could sew it down like an inverted box pleat if you don't want to see the whole opening. You could actually insert a color in here. So in order to insert a color though, you would have
You
to
gotta
cut
cut
this
out.
grain line, add seam allowance to it, and then sew the color piece back into it. It's not hard.
That's cool.
You
Wait,
just
say that one more
you would
time.
just make a center panel in a different color.
Okay.
You'd cut that part apart, add the color in there, and add seam allowance to it. Yeah. So you could do that if you wanted to do it, and then sew. You could sew that top part, sew the bottom part, and then you would just see the peak of the color
Oh, I see.
that pops out of there.
When the sleeve curves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would just see the color in there. Or you could leave it open like this, pleat them, and then stitch just the bottom, just the top, and it's open the rest of the way down.
So
Okay,
you don't
cool.
have to make a
So you're gonna stitch it here. We will later. You would stitch it at the top and the bottom, underneath the seam allowance, and then leave it open. You could do that. You could also fold the less, so I could actually take the center of that. I'd have to mark it though. I could take the center of those and make little pleats all the way across. Okay, so you could do whatever you want, you just need to mark it wherever you're gonna do it. So I could do that, then take the next one and fold it there.
towards it.
And do like little pleats.
Oh,
Way
you want to
across.
fold them all the same way?
You
do
can.
little ones?
You can fold them all the same way, you can fold, or you can fold half that way, half back the other way.
Okay,
You just need to mark it.
cool.
So you can do whatever you want, but you have to work within the space that you cut out. So if you know that you want more pleats or you want it to be bigger than that, you need to add more space than 1 inch,
Okay.
like what I added. Okay? Okay, make sense?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Right, thanks.